Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I am Mike the Stew Burner. Today we're going to be making focaccia in an air fryer. And not just any air fryer. This is my Typhur air fryer, which was designed with the ability to make pizza. And I figure if you can make pizza in here, you can make focaccia. So that's what we're going to do today. Easy focaccia. It's going to be a 4-fold focaccia. It's not going to be an overnight fermentation, any of that. It's going to be something that you want to do. You just all of a sudden woke up and say, oh, I want to make focaccia today. And so you can. And I'm going to show you how. Very simple ingredients. We've got 570 grams of flour here. 460 grams of warm water. This is between 110 and 120. By the time I get going here, it'll probably be about 115. I'm going to have 2 teaspoons of kosher salt and 7 grams of yeast. And just a little smidgen of honey here to make the yeast nice and happy. We'll get it nice and bubbly when we make our focaccia. And so let's just get started. It's very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to add our salt into our warm water. 1, 2. And we're going to get that incorporated. In fact, we're going to add our honey in there as well. There we go. Not much, probably just about a teaspoon. There we go. Now we're just going to mix this. Mix it well until all that salt is dissolved. I'm making this almost exactly the same way I make pizza dough, except for I don't add any honey to my pizza dough. Okay, our salt and our honey are dissolved. Now I'm going to go in with just about 1/3 of the flour. And I'm using a type 00 pizza flour. You could use bread flour if you wanted to. And all I'm going to do is mix this up. Once this first run of flour is incorporated in here, I'm then going to go ahead and sprinkle the yeast on top of the mixture. And once I see that yeast start to activate, actually get soaked through, then we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the flour. There we go. Now we take the yeast, give it a sprinkle over the top. We're going to let that sit. And it's going to take about anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute for that moisture to work its way into the yeast. And you can tell. Right now it looks really dry. In a few seconds, it's going to look like it's wet.
A few moments later.
Now our yeast is looking moist. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the flour. This is a very high hydration dough. So you're not going to really be able to knead it too much. That's the reason why we're going to fold it. Just get it all incorporated. The first round of the dough preparation here is we're just going to get everything incorporated. Make sure that there's no dry flour in the bowl. Then we're going to let it rest. I'm going to get the rest in here. There we go. Then we're going to let it rest for 30 minutes, at which time we're going to start our folds. At this point, you could come in with a little dough scraper here, and you could start taking and gathering this up with the dough scraper so you can get everything off the side of the bowl. Just want to make sure we get all that flour incorporated. No dry spots. And there we go. Get that out there. And there we go. Don't want to waste any. All right. It looks pretty darn shaggy right now. But trust me, after a few folds, this is going to be smooth as you know what. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this covered. We're going to let it rest for 30 minutes. And we're going to come back and we're going to start folding. All right, so the first 30 minutes is up. I'm going to go ahead and give it its first turn. Now we're going to do a total of 4 turns. And for each turn, we're going to fold it 5 times. So this is a highly hydrated dough like I told you before. If you try to put your hands in here without getting them wet or putting a little olive oil in your hands, you're going to get dough all over your fingers. So wet your fingers, go in, grab it, fold it. Grab it, fold it. Grab it, fold it. Grab it, fold it. Grab it. As you see, it's very simple. Actually, this first one, I'm going to do it a little bit more than I normally would do it. Just to release it all off the bottom. It's looking good. All right, there we go. We're going to let it sit for another 30 minutes. So we'll come back and we'll give it our fold. 5 folds at a time, 3 more to go. We'll be back for another round. All right, so let's get our hands wet again. Go in, pull it, bring it over. Actually, I didn't get my hand wet enough there. There we go. Pull it, bring it over. We're turning the bowl about a quarter turn every time. Bring it over. And there we go. It's not all lumpy and shaggy anymore. Those glutens are really starting to come together and form there. All right, we've got 2 more turns. I'm not going to bore you with the next 2 turns. We'll come back after the last turn and we'll start getting this ready for one more relaxation moment, and then we'll get it into the air fryer. I'll be right back. All right, we're on our last fold now. Once I'm done folding it, we're actually going to get into our pan. So, last fold. And as you can see in the pic, we're getting some nice bubbles out of this. So, got a lot of good stuff going on with our dough. The glutens have done a nice job forming. Alrighty. Now, let's get our pan ready. I'm going to take the rack out of the pan. And we have a nice non-stick surface down there. What I'm going to do is take our olive oil and put about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan. Yes, that sounds like a lot. But trust me, it's not. Just going to spread this around, get it up on the sides. We do not want the bread sticking to this pan, even though this is non-stick. Not going to take any chances. Alrighty, set that aside over there. Put a little bit of that olive oil on my hands here. Now, just going to take this, flip it over, get it into our pan. A little bit of olive oil on the top. This pan is on a little bit of angle, so it's sliding down a little bit. I'm going to have to probably prop that up. There we go. Now, we've disturbed it, so it's kind of clenching in on itself again. Not to worry. We've got to let this rest one more time for another 30 minutes. And this is going to release out. It's going to get more bubbly. Then we'll come in, we'll go ahead and dimple it, and then we'll get it into the air fryer. All right, let me get this covered up. Okay, I have all the saran wrap on here. Now I'm just going to make sure we seal this up. All right, we'll be back 30 minutes. Give it some dimples. Got a few other things we're going to put on there, and we'll keep this rolling. Well, I am back, and as you can see, this spread out very nicely. We got some bubbling going on here. Now it's time to finish this off. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil on here. A little drizzle of olive oil. And we're going to add a few ingredients. First, I've got some tomatoes here, some grape tomatoes. I'm just going to go ahead and mash these, kind of break them up. And yes, they're going to leak all over. Not a problem. That juice is going to make this even better. So I'm going to go in, push these tomatoes into the focaccia. Just kind of bury them in there. We're also going to add some rosemary that I have here. Almost kind of traditional. And I'm getting splattered with these tomatoes. I'm wearing it. Not good. Here, see if I can put a little barrier up there. There we go. Now, it's going to go in with some rosemary sprigs. Just kind of spread those out. So many different toppings that you could put on focaccia or not put any at all. Rosemary always seems to be up there. Rosemary, tomatoes, olives. If you've ever been to Italy, you know that Puglia, the region of Puglia, is very famous for all their focaccias. They take it very seriously. So if you ever get there, you've got to try all the focaccias that they have available in Puglia. There we go. A couple more. Now, I've got some nice coarse sea salt here, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a sprinkle. Not too much. There we go. Does that not look beautiful? All right. Now the reason I'm using the Typhur is that it not only heats from the top, but it also heats from the bottom. And it's basically why they created this, to be able to cook pizza. So you can cook on the bottom and on the top. So let me get this in here. Get this turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and use the pizza setting on here. And it's set for 14 minutes at 340 degrees. So let's give this a try. Now I've cooked pizzas in here, so I know they come out, but I've never cooked focaccia, so this is the first time. Okay, so we have to set on pizza setting, 340 degrees, 14 minutes. So it's gonna heat up for about 8 minutes, and then it's gonna go into cooking mode. Now, you say, why did you put it in there if it's gonna heat up? Well, I really couldn't put the dough in a hot pan and let it rise for an hour, so I'm kind of winging it here, but I think it's gonna work. All right, don't go away. We'll come right back, and we should have a really beautiful focaccia going here. Okay, we have about 5 seconds remaining here, and I'm crossing my fingers. Here we go. It's telling me it's done. Let's try this out. Not too bad. Now, it looks like we got one of the tomatoes caught in the top. I was getting a little nervous that it was going to puff up too high, but it looks like it just puffed up enough. And see what the bottom, oh, the bottom looks good. All right. Gonna take this out. It's looking good, huh? All right, I'm gonna let this cool down for about 10 minutes. We'll come in here, we'll give it a cut, and we'll try it out. All right, I just gotta show you the bottom of this. Look at that, cooked perfectly. That's the reason why I bought that. All right, where do I cut this? Let's go right down the middle. I don't have the right knife for this. Oh. Look at that. Marron. It don't get much better than that. Let me go ahead and take a piece of this. Where can I go? Looks like there's a little tomato down in here. Let's just cut this piece right here. I'm already thinking this side here, I'm gonna make a nice sandwich out of that. Cut this in half. Light, fluffy, crispy. Some nice pockets going in there. And if you could smell this, ha ha ha. Wow. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy. I had a really good feeling it was going to come out in this in the Typhur here, the Typhur air fryer, and it is everything that I thought it would be. Texture is perfect. The crumb is perfect. The flavor is perfect. A nice combination of tomatoes, rosemary, salt. I mean, we could have put all sorts of capers on there. We could have put olives on there. I mean, the sky's the limit, right? We could have stuffed some cheese in there, for crying out loud. This is a winner focaccia dinner there. I got something going on that I'm actually going to serve this with, so stay tuned for that as well. So let's go ahead and get some business out of the way and do my episode shout out. This episode is dedicated to all you sailors out there in harm's way, taking part in all the operations going on over by Iran, and hopefully everybody is safe. Everybody comes home. It's you know, regardless of what you think, regardless of what your affiliation is, whether you're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters right now is that our sailors and our soldiers and our airmen come home. It takes a special person to volunteer for our armed forces. So hats off to all of you, not just the sailors, and Godspeed. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly share. Right over there, hit the logo. It makes it so much easier to subscribe to the channel. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.